Roger Christofferson here with another first listen review. Today we're going with Megadeth's new one, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. Everybody's been waiting for this one for quite a few years. It's been a few since Dystopia came out, and today's the day. So I just got done listening to it, and I guess we'll just get right into it. I don't know if I had my expectations set way too high for this or what, but it started out with me falling asleep about 4 songs in, so that wasn't a good sign. But after I went back and figured out where I nodded off and we went back into it, I did finish listening to it. I don't know, this is probably not going to be a great review. Nothing on here is really bad, but nothing is really great either. It's kind of a weird start to the album. It starts out with the title song and just a really mellow intro, and then it kicks in and then it gets mellow again really shortly after that and never really goes anywhere. I mean, it's a decent song, decent licks, great playing, but it doesn't really go anywhere. And then from that song goes into Life in Hell, which at this point I don't remember a thing about that song. I can't even tell you anything about that song, so it did not leave an impression on me at all. Night Stalker's next song, that was one of the singles that came out. That's a good song, decent song. Personally don't care for the iced tea thing in the middle of it, not my cup of tea. But terrible joke, I'm sorry for that one. Yeah, not my type of thing with iced tea in there. I mean, he's tried to be in the hard rock metal category with his band Body Count and stuff, and I never really got into that type of thing. He did a thing with Black Sabbath on one of their songs on Forbidden there years ago. Produced that album if I remember right, but which actually was probably the worst produced album they ever had as well. And so maybe that's probably why I don't care for him in this song either. So it's whatever. It's a good song. That was a good song. I'll give him that one. Dogs of Chernobyl, it was decent, kind of long. I guess that's the only one that Dave didn't write exclusively by himself with the lyrics anyway. It was kind of got a few ideas, I guess, from his doctor because he was going through throat cancer treatment during the recording of this. This album did take a few years to record. I think they started back in 2019 with this one. And as everybody probably knows, Dave Ellison was fired from the band in the middle of it all, and at this point he had recorded the whole album actually, and they got Steve DiGiorgio to come in from Testament to record all the bass parts all over again. Don't know if he did the exact same parts David done or not, who knows, but he came in and did it. And I guess at this point James Lamento is back in the band again live, and which is cool. I mean, at least they got somebody else back in the band instead of bringing on another person, because there's one thing this band has done is brought on a lot of new people. Speaking of which, Dick Van Verburen, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, this is his first album with the band. Kiko, I don't know how you say his last name, Wororio. I know I'm going to get torn apart for that one, so correct me however that's supposed to be pronounced, but he's back on guitar, and he's a killer guitar player, and his guitar playing and Dave's is all over this album. So that being said, at least there's great musicianship. It's all there. Unfortunately, these songs just so far aren't great. They're good, but they're not great. Sacrifice, it's got some cool little guitar riffing going on there, and the main riff is decent. Junkie, blah. I don't know. I could have just dealt without that song. I don't know that was just blah. Just not a good song. I mean, it wasn't like crap or anything, but just blah. And Psychopath, he was like an intro into Killing Time. Could have dealt without that. I don't see any point of having that on this album. It really just was a nothing intro. No, I'm being really brutal on this, but I mean, it just is what it is. Killing Time, good song. That was one of the singles too. That was a pretty decent song. I liked that one when it first came out. The videos for these songs, they were all kind of intense too. There's like a little storyline going on with all these videos, so you should check those out. They're pretty cool to watch actually. Now Soldier On is the next song. This is actually where I think the album starts kicking in. Unfortunately, we're on song number 9 and it's just kicking in here. I like that song. It's kind of weird because I play guitar, and so a lot of guitar players out there will know, one of the first things you learn when you're playing guitar and trying to do leads is on the E and B string, you bend the B string up to play whatever note it is you're playing on the E string. It's like just a little riff every guitar player does. This song, they actually use that as like one of the main hooks of the song, and I've never heard it done so well. So I'll give them that. It was actually pretty cool. I like that part of the song. Yeah, it's a good song. I really do like that song. So give them that one. Celia Butante is track number 10, which I actually think is a really good tune too. That one had some cool riffing going on. It's nothing we haven't really heard before, but it was good, played well. Mission to Mars started out kind of whatever, didn't sound like anything we haven't heard before, but in the middle of it they got a cool little drum breakdown, and the breakdown there actually I thought that was pretty cool. That was probably the most original thing I had heard on this album. And then We'll Be Back, which I remember right was the first single I think they released. I may be wrong, but I think that was the first single they released. I like that one too. That one's pretty cool. It's a good way to end the album. I did get the one of the 2 bonus tracks on it with Police Truck from Dead Kennedys and This Planet's on Fire, which is an old Sammy Hagar song back from the 70s, I think, on his album Street Machine. And Sammy actually helps guest on the song. Funny enough, those are my 2 favorite songs off of this. I think those were good. Actually, I like their version of This Planet's on Fire better than Sammy's, and Sammy guesting on, I could have done without Sammy. I love Sammy Hagar. I could have done without Sammy on the song. I thought Dave sang it better than Sammy did on this. That being said, overall, not what I was hoping for. I mean, if I'm gonna be real, I was hoping for a little bit more originality, playing something maybe we haven't heard before. One thing I think this band suffers from, I'm just, all my opinion, you guys may disagree, you may agree, I'll just say that one thing I think this band has suffered from is there's so many members have come and gone. The only thing that is the same is Dave, and he writes like on every single song. He has Kiko co-wrote like several of these, like 8 or 9. The drummer actually co-wrote Life in Hell, which is the one song I don't remember at all. And so that being said, he didn't add anything to the sound of the band. Dave Ellison, I actually think his bass playing style, he's a pick player, and he plays pretty aggressively, and he's got his own unique style. And I think him and Dave together was probably the most cohesive sound Megadeth had. I mean, Dave came up, Ellison that is, came up with the main riff for Peace Sells. I mean, one of the most iconic songs. And that's a great album. Obviously, there's a lot of personal issues and drug issues along the lines, but unfortunately, it's really, in my opinion, the one thing that's the band's lacked is just an overall sound from album to album. Dave's taken some experimental things here and there. Super Collider was kind of a different style for them. It was okay. That wasn't one of my favorite albums either. Risk, that one was way out in left field. But I'll give Dave this: he took a risk. Insert bad joke number 2, but at least he was trying some new stuff. I just don't hear him trying anything new on this album. For as long as it took to record, man, seems like they could have, just done more. I'm a little bit let down by this one. I can't lie. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, or hit the notification bell. It does help. Appreciate all the input. And I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this one. Maybe you guys all disagree with me completely. I don't know. Can't wait to hear what you guys think, though. But thanks for listening to me give my opinion on it anyway, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. See ya.